Libra Brew, how are you? I'm happy to be back. I missed a couple of days with you guys, but I am here nonetheless, and I decided to do a video for you guys for the eclipse that we're going to have in a few hours. I don't know where you are watching from, East Coast, West Coast, I don't know, but wherever you are, I hope that you will be able to see it. Y'all, I want to go into it, but before I do, I have to tell you this little tidbit. You have no idea what I just went through putting up my backdrop, just staging this for you. I had an idea, and I thought it was going to be something very simple and quick, and it may even look like, hey, she just threw up some little simple sticky letters and pulled out her salt lamp and a little water fountain that I have turned off because the sound of the motor, I'm afraid it's too loud. But I am going to turn it on real quick so you can get the whole effect. And I have a few LED little tea lights here. And, you know, to the naked eye, that looks like, oh, just throw that up there real quick. But, honey, I am here to tell you, this was not a quick process. It was very challenging to get the angle, to get everything right. And as you can see, I tried to give you a little effect of the eclipse over the salt lamp that I have there. I have the lights on in the room so you can see the full wording, but I'm going to turn the lights off so you can get the full effect. Ta-da! Let me turn on the, I hope I don't mess anything up. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. How you like that? Just for you, the Libra Brew, because that's how we do it right here. Got your waterfall, give you a little peaceful feel. Got your salt light, and I got that eclipse effect. Yeah, what you think? Anyway, let's see. I kind of want to leave the waterfall lamp thingy on because I just think it's so cool. So if it's annoying, I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to leave it on and see what happens, okay? Okay, let's get into it. What's today's date, you guys? Today is May the 15th, and we are on the cusp of a lunar eclipse. So I'm going to read just real briefly some stuff I found, of course, on the internet, and this is coming off of space.com. So if you ever want to go to space.com to find out about solar and lunar eclipse and the dates and times, that's a good place to start. The sun, moon, and earth will align Sunday night for a total lunar eclipse on May 15th, which occurs when the earth moves into place between the sun and the full moon. As a result, the earth casts a giant shadow across the lunar surface, giving the moon a striking reddish hue, which is why lunar eclipses are also referred to as blood moons. Isn't that interesting, y'all? Let's see. Sunday's full moon is also considered a supermoon, meaning it looks bigger and brighter than usual because it's at the closest point to the Earth in its orbit, also known as perigee. Now, if I pronounce that incorrectly to you experts out there, please forgive me, but I'm going to spell it P-E-R-I-G-E-E. Perigee. I think that's right, but if it's not, don't kill me on it, okay? The total lunar eclipse will be visible from portions of the Americas, Antarctica, Europe, Africa, and East Pacific. Meanwhile, a penumbral eclipse, again, this is a word I'm not familiar with, PENUMBRAL, where the outer part of Earth's shadow blankets the moon, will be visible in New Zealand, Eastern Europe, and the Middle East. I'm going to look those two words up so I can educate myself on the pronunciation, because I have a feeling one out of the two I probably did not nail. But I keep it real on the Libra Brew. I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just trying to be me. And I'll encourage you to do you as well. Well, we have an eclipse that we're waiting for. If you are a Libra and you're watching, I don't have to tell you, we get kind of goo-goo gaga behind stuff like this. Eclipse, anything that happens in the sky, we're very fascinated by. Just a simple shooting star. We're all like, oh my God, it's a shooting star. So something like a lunar eclipse or solar eclipse, I know that we find fascinating. And of course, you don't have to be a Libra to find that fascinating. I'm just pointing it out that this is one of those things where it just kind of makes us, it kind of makes us tick. So I don't know where you are. If you want to find out the actual time that the lunar eclipse will start and finish, you can go to space.com and it will give you those times based on what side of the world you're on. And also, this particular lunar eclipse is being referred to as the super flower blood moon lunar eclipse. Now, the passage that I read to you, it did explain why it is called the blood moon, because it's based off of the color that it gives. But the flower part, I did some research on that, and it's because it's happening in spring. Spring represents bloom. So the full moon of spring is blooming. How did you like that? You like that, don't you? I hope you do. Anyway, we're going to keep this one short. I spent a lot of time doing the setup for you. I think I probably put more work in the setup than I'm going to put into just actually talking on this video. But whatever your zodiac sign is, why don't you go online and just take a look to see how this full moon applies to you, what you can anticipate. I do know, and again, I'm not an expert. I always tell you guys, none of this stuff I'm an expert on. I don't have any degrees or licenses for any of this, so I always want to be transparent about it. But one thing, and not to, leave you guys on a down note, but again, we live in the real world, and we have these real experiences. I know that when the moon is full, as it stated, it's the closest to the earth at that time. And I do believe that things will get wicky wacky. during the times of the full moon. If you notice your behavior, you may feel kind of, not balanced during that time, or extra agitated. The full moon will, the ocean, the waves, it will stir up the waves in the ocean. The current is what I'm trying to say, will be stronger, faster. Waves will be higher than normal, always during a full moon. And you know that our bodies, we are made up, predominantly of water. Like, there's like a good percentage of our body that's just literally water. So you gotta know when the moon is full, it's doing something to to the brain. Something is going on with the body. I think that's just straight common sense. So why am I saying all of this? I want to give light and love to all of the families, the victims yesterday in the shooting in Buffalo, New York. And I have to wonder, don't get me wrong, y'all, come on. I know this has been going on for some time, and it doesn't have to be a full moon for this to happen. I'm just merely making a point that, this happened right before the full moon, right before the eclipse, and my heart goes out to those families. I just want to send love and peace to them, and love and peace to everyone around the world. We're living in a violent time, y'all. I don't know, it's every time you turn on the news, it's something major going on. If it's not war, if it's not shootings, it is something happening. So I just wanted to kind of, touch on that a bit. I remember, I think, and I could be wrong, back in 2017, when we had the Great American Eclipse, I think it was. And I could be wrong on my dates, but I remember, if my memory is correct, we had like 2 or 3 eclipses that were kind of like back to back. And then we had those horrible hurricanes, and Harvey was a part of that string of hurricanes that came through. And I remember just having a conversation with a friend of mine saying, something was bound to happen. That's a lot of energy being, exposed and compounded on the earth just based off of the eclipses. Something, I wasn't really surprised that we went through all of that. And like I said, my dates can be off. I'm just strictly trying to go off my memory here. But anyway, that's just a little bit about the full moon. If I have time, I'm actually going to try, and if the sky is clear enough, I'm going to try to come back on to do a real quick recording of the actual eclipse live. I'm not going to promise it to you guys, but where I'm positioned, a few of the windows of where I live, you can literally just see the full moon straight from the window, and I'm going to try to capture that. I really am. So cross your fingers. If all goes well with me and the kiddos for bedtime, because tomorrow is school, so tonight is a school night. So depending on how that goes, will determine if I come back and do another little quick full moon eclipse video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, I'm going to remind you, if you're watching it and if you like it, even if you like it just a little bit, Give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, why don't you? Leave a comment. I welcome comments, suggestions, corrections. I'm open. Just let me know. But really, seriously, like, subscribe, comment. I welcome you guys. Tell your friends, tell your family, until we meet and see each other again. This is the Libra Brew. Bye.